Philippine government can, if it so desire, because it is their mandate, they can prosecute these cases within the country, even against a former president. Kasi meron naman tayong, collectively, meron tayong political will in having to address and prosecute these cases. But apparently, this administration had a different plan to take him out of the country in the hope na mawala yung sagabal sa administrasyong ito. What they did not expect, however, that the outcome, the opposite was the outcome. Mas nagrally yung Filipino people, yung taong bayan, yung klarong taong bayan, yung hindi sumisigaw na kakaunti, pati yung lahat ng mga taong bayan. Rallying support for him, and not only for him, but for the Dutertes, particularly Vice President Sara Duterte, pati na sa Davao, no? Si Mayor Baste Duterte, no? And I like to believe that there is still a lot of groundswell of support. And if you need data, I just read or watched a news today that PRD, who is no longer in government, enjoys a much higher rating than BBM and VP Sara. Have you seen that news? If I'm not mistaken, si BBM has a trust rating of 32%. Si VP Sara, 50%. Si PRRD, 65%. Paano nangyari yan? Wala na siya sa pwesto at hindi na siya makapaggawa yung gusto niyang gawin para sa bayan. And yet, yung trust rating niya, sobrang taas pa rin hanggang ngayon. I think this guy will not go away early. Kahit na, especially at that time when shortly before he stepped down as president, we had the highest trust rating and performance rating of a president ever since survey was created to determine competency and credibility of a public official or an administration. So yun po yung nakikita natin na talagang mas malakas pa rin. But going back to the question, as I've said, hindi po naitupad yung tinatawag na principle of complementarity. But more importantly, ang nakapagtataka, at yun na nga ang sinasabi ni President Marcos Jr. na before March 11 happened, and even as late as December of 2024, when he was asked, we will not cooperate with the ICC because we are no longer a state party to the Rome Statute. At pabalik-balik niyang sinasabi yan, including a letter addressed to Vice President Sara Duterte, dated December 2023, that the government will not assist in any shape or form in the implementation of any warrant or even in the conduct of an investigation within the country. Pero ano nangyari? Despite that legal premise, one, that the Philippines is no longer a state party. Second, the principle of complementarity was not complied. Itinuloy pa rin ang plano na arestuhin na walang base at dinampot at dinala sa Hague. Yun po yung opinion ko dun sa nangyari sa kanya ngayon.
Maraming salamat. Oo. Yes po.
Pwede daw mag-question ng Bombo Radyo.
Billionaire News Channel, BNC.
Sa inyo galing yung balita?
Na ano?
Yung 65%.
Trust rating.
Sir, for attorney,
Merong microphone nandito.
sir, what are you expecting today and ano po ang whatever
As I've said earlier, this is not the end of the case. This is just an issue to address whether he should be granted provisional liberty or not, or in the words of the ICC, interim release. So, and obviously, we have been praying that would be granted even on humanitarian consideration. Kasi yung tatlong bagay, the 3 points that they have raised, especially by the prosecution, which resulted to the denial of the application. They call it application there, but under Philippine setting, we call it motion for interim release or motion for bail kung dito sa Pilipinas. Kasi nga raw, flight risk siya or he might tamper either documentary or testimonial doon sa ebidensya. Wala na po siya sa poder. Matanda na po yung tao. And you cannot account the acts of other people, no? Insofar as the accused is concerned. So, yun po ang nakapagtataka why they have raised an issue against PRRD as regards those grounds. When we believe those grounds are not present in this case. But the strongest argument sa pananaw ko is the humanitarian consideration that should be given to an elderly accused. I think he is the oldest accused there. And obviously his health is failing. No? We know that he's frail when he was here, and I know that for two things it's affecting him. Detention is affecting him. Una, weather. Ayaw niya ng malamig, and he's brought there to a place where it's very cold. Pangalawa, you know him already. All of you here knows that yung nakakagaan sa kanyang loob, tao, and he's always with people. And to anyone who is in detention, wala pa man lang desisyon sa kaso niya. And in this case, if I may, is the greatest deprivation that you can hirap mo?
Whatever the decision is po, ano po ang standard?
We will well, obviously, if it is granted, we will certainly be very happy on that, and we will make arrangement. Obviously, hindi po kami ang magdedesisyon dyan, no? First and foremost, it's going to be the family who's going to make that decision on how the arrangement will be made. But it is not to say, however, na sila lang. Kasi I understand if it would be granted, there will be certain conditions imposed by the court. Pretty much like similar to any bail that will be granted to an accused in the Philippines, where there are certain conditions also that will be imposed by the court. So I would expect that there will be certain conditions if and when it would be granted.
It's not granted, sir.
Tuloy ang laban hanggang sa dulo.
Yes.